T's 2,000.
Right, so back to the featured table.
Yeah. No problem.
We've got a few well-renowned players here as well.
Someone we didn't mention earlier is Neville Eber is also at the table.
I was about to get to him. Yes, Caitlin, he's a previous second place finisher and also multi-final table finisher. Well-known player. His son, obviously, Ryan Eber, is a ex-champion of ours here, so good bloodline as far as poker's concerned. And Milheiro has got big bad bullets.
What? Conrad?
Will he find the custody?
What, Dave? 40,000.
What will David Daddick do? Well, Queen 2, we're hoping you fold.
Right, so Daddick will let go of a relatively weak hand. Oh, this could spell doom here. Spies on the short stack has shoved it in. And he's announced 108,000. So it's 68,000 more to Milheiro, and I don't think Milheiro will be giving up aces in this spot.
I don't think there's much to think about here.
But Basilio now with a raise and a re-raise all in with King 10 offsuit. Decides this is not a good spot and call, snap call, 260,000 in the middle. And Paul Spies, who's pretty new to the feature table, will see the bad news and will be sick to his stomach.
Okay.
Must say, Milheiro looks like he's got the millions as well. He's got the very much the Queen's Park jersey over the shoulder style. I like it. Caitlin, what's your thoughts on that?
Looks like he's going for T.
Going for T, yes. He's going for T with 2 aces. Not a bad spot. So, Spies will have to get lucky. Flop some kind of straight draw, 2 queens, something really lucky in this spot, but I would rather be in Milheiro's situation, especially with a 6-7 deuce board, and Spies says sarcastically, yes!
At least he can keep a smile on his face when he's getting beaten.
Yeah, he knows that's a very, very bad flop for him, so he basically needs running queens.
Okay, I'm going to take this off.
And the dealer's already said to him, start dismantling your speaker because you're going home.
Thanks for coming.
Right, so Milheiro, aces and eights, dead man's hand will win the pot. And the end of our ever-present and ever-friendly Paul Spies in 18th spot. Another great showing by the man. And he's the kind of player that you will see a lot of in the future.
Cheers. Cheers. Well done, Silla.
Back to the action. David Daddick looking very smug in the corner there, Dave.
It's not the big stakes.
Yeah, it was
No one will.
a fairly new experience, obviously, in terms of my previous history at the All Africa Poker Tournament. I did come second here many years back, but back then it was only a 2-day tournament, so making it to the 3rd day in itself was quite a feat. And I've suffered a lot of bad beats in Swaziland over the years, and for whatever reason, over the 3 days that I was here, most of my good hands held up, and a couple of times I came from behind. So it was nice to be here, and on the 3rd day, I tell you what, you do start feeling the fatigue aspect, and you start feeling the idea of having the final table around the corner starts catching up with you a little bit emotionally as well. So
it's also a big deal. It's a big commendation just to make the final table here at All Africa.
Well, before we get there, we've got this situation. It's Eber, who's raised all in with ace queen, and Gilbert Basilio with big slick has come over the top. So what a lovely spot for Basilio, and Eber knows he could be in trouble here. Basilio has got ace king. He's got the dominating hand over the ace queen.
Neville Eber, ever the gentleman with a big smile on his face, even though he knows he's behind.
Yeah, one thing about Neville, he's very gracious. In defeat and in victory, he's very gracious.
Well, this is the hand that gave Ilya all the money in the world, so good luck to you.
Well, that's my little comment on the side. Yes, in the last tournament, or the tournament before, I think when Ilya Martinovic won it. It was the last tournament, right?
It was the last tournament.
Yeah, Martinovic had all the money in the world against ace king of Yaku Storms, and he made not just 1 but 2 queens and sent Yaku Storm smack back to the rail.
Well, I'm sure Eber's hoping for the same.
Well, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Give me a check.
Koningin, he says, en 'n koningin het gekom.
So there is a straight draw out for Basilio.
A king on the turn for Basilio. Wow.
Hold up, baby. Check for him to split. Hold up.
From the clouds of victory to the death doom of defeat. Wow, wow, wow. What a short spurting roller coaster there for Neville, Eber, and as Caitlin says, he stands up, he smiles and shakes hands, and despite the fact that he may feel that he suffered a tremendous bit of bad luck on the turn there, he still leaves very happy.
Good luck, everybody.
Wishing all the other players good luck.
Going to be Joe Boy. Player from that table.
Another good performance by Neville Eber. Exits in 17th, so a good 3 days, and as a substitute for Neville, Chris Sham arrives to my left.
16,000 Dion.
10-3 from Dion will go into the muck.
And there you heard Mark Coast. The blinds have gone up since
16,000 Dion.
the start of this episode. They're already up to 8 and 16,000, so it's really getting quite significant.
You hear a lot of players complaining about the blinds going up too quickly, but the fact of the matter is if the blinds don't come up, you'll sit here for 5 years playing the same tournament.
I think that that's every tournament. Eventually you get to a stage where the blinds do catch the stacks. There's only so many chips in play, so you can only have, well, you'll only arrive at a situation where eventually the stacks will become short because the blinds do come up, but the total chip count never does. So in every situation, in every tournament, it's the same. It's just a matter of staying ahead of the pace and making sure that your stack keeps going in the right direction so you stay ahead of those blinds.
Away. Conrad,
But at this
16.
point, you also know that the guys will be shoving, and there's a shover. David Daddick,
Sunglasses on, ready to go.
all in the small blind with Queen 7,
Okay, cool.
143.
and I've been called.
You're in good shape.
Well, I must say, at least you've got a smile on your face for a change, Dave. Usually you're a bit of a grump when you're in a bad situation.
So it is 2 life cards.
You're in
I
good
thought
shape, Chris.
if you could get lucky with a computer hand, you might as well have a go in live tournament with it.
Good luck.
And if you're probably wondering why I pushed the Queen 7, truth is I arrived at the table with 290,000. We've already been here for 3 or 4 hours,
Queen 7.
and I was around the 120 grand mark at this point, so I was desperate for those blinds and antes, and that is not a very friendly flop.
Oh, that's a little too...
So Queen or a 7 to save your tournament life. Will it be? Asking the dealer very nicely for some ladies. And he brings it on the turn. Can you hold up? Only an ace on the river for Mr. Sham to win. And it is not to be.
Right, so David Daddick will pick up a big double up at the expense of Chris Sham in 16th spot. 246,000 chips, and to be honest with you, that didn't even get me back to square for the morning session, but it did feel terribly good at the time.
But it's progress, Dave.
It's that time of the tournament. What am I going to do, you know?
You learned that from that trick.
I'm also happy to go home at this point.
Dave, you didn't learn that trick.
Bozo. What